your therapist. They want peace. They want a woman who listens, who is grateful, who still sees men have lost along the way. And pick younger women. You want to know why men pick younger women?
Why is
It's
that?
not because they're prettier. It's not because they're easier. It's because older women have forgotten how to be feminine. Yes, I said it. See, younger women still have something that a lot of older women have lost along the way. That is softness, admiration, and the ability to actually receive a man's energy instead of competing
Hold
with
on,
it.
what the fuck she
Older
said?
men do not know why men pick younger women. You want to know why men pick younger women? It's not because they're prettier. It's not because they're easier. It's because older women have forgotten how to be feminine. Yes, I said it. See, younger women still have something that a lot of older women have lost along the way. That is softness, admiration, and the ability to actually receive a man's energy instead of competing with it. Older men do not want to fight every day. They do not want to be your emotional punching bag or your therapist. They want peace. They want a woman who listens, who is grateful, who still sees the man in front of her instead of resenting him for the ones in her past. You want to know why men pick younger women? It's not because they're prettier. It's not because they're easier. It's because older women have forgotten how to be feminine. Yes, I said it. See, younger women still have something.
The EDR, I think, is great because as an MSP or a security focused MSP, we focus a lot on aligning our customers with Microsoft Secure Score. And there's a lot of EDR tools out there that will just replace.
So this reality TV producer produces a crime TV show while he's also himself a murderer. Now the guy's name is Jean-Claude, and Jean-Claude is 29 when this story starts, and he's living in Belgium with his girlfriend, this woman, Hilda. And these two turds are career con artists. They've scammed hundreds of people out of millions of euros across Germany and France and Belgium. But apparently, scamming millions of euros isn't enough. They still want more money, no matter how many people they have to cheat to get it. So one day in 1996, they come up with a pretty weird scam. It's this fake business plan where they intend to buy some used airplane parts so that they can resell them for a higher profit later. And they need startup capital to make this work, which means they're looking for some investors to con. And that is how they meet this guy, Marcus. And Marcus is a British entrepreneur, and he sees this airplane parts business as an opportunity to make some money. So he contacts Jean-Claude, and he ends up in...
Yeah.
I'd only been at Tony's Pizza for a couple of weeks when that order came in. The address was in a nice suburban neighborhood with manicured lawns and wooden swing sets. I pulled up to find this woman on the porch screaming into her phone. Her face was red and she was waving her free hand frantically.
I don't care what your mother said, Brian. You promised you'd be here by noon.
Her little daughter, who was maybe 5 or 6 years old, was riding circles on a pink tricycle in the driveway, completely clueless about her mom's meltdown. I grabbed the pizza and walked up. The woman barely looked at me, just held up one finger, mouthed a second, and kept yelling.
No, you listen to me. I'm sick of your pathetic excuses.
I stood there, holding the pizza, trying not to listen. That's when I noticed the black van parked maybe 3 houses down. It was an older model with tinted windows. I didn't think much of it at first, but when I looked closer, I saw this guy in a hoodie sitting in the driver's seat, drumming his fingers on the steering wheel. His eyes were glued to the little girl. Dread crawled at my nape as I looked at the kid, then back at the van, and at the mom still yelling into her phone.
You know that moment?
Ah, come on, man.
That idea and think,
What the
wow,
fuck?
this app or website could actually make money. But then reality hits, you don't know how to code.
The woman finally ended her call and came toward me, digging through her purse.
Sorry about that. How much?
$18.50.
I answered, still watching the van.
Ma'am, I think you should bring your daughter inside. There's a man down the street watching her.
The woman looked up and scrunched her nose.
What are you talking about?
I pointed at the van.
That black van. There's a man inside watching her. I really think you should...
Oh my god. Mind your own business.
She snapped, shoving a 20 at me.
Keep the change.
She grabbed the pizza and went inside, slamming the door hard behind her. The
They
little
left her
girl
kid
was
outside.
still playing and humming to herself. I lingered a bit with the keys in my hand, contemplating what to do. The woman had basically told me to fuck off, but the van was still sitting there with a shady-looking guy in it. I sighed and got back into my car, but couldn't turn it on. Instead, I sat there and watched the little girl. She'd gotten off her tricycle and was playing with chalk now. 5 minutes went by and it didn't move. But just when I turned on the engine, I saw the van open up. The man got out. He was big, maybe 6'2", wearing jeans and a black neck gaiter pulled up over his face beneath the hoodie. He walked toward the house, real casual, like he lived there or something. My heart started pounding. When he got close to the girl, he crouched down and pulled a chocolate bar from his pocket. She looked up at him and smiled, kind of shy. That's when he grabbed her and clamped a hand over her mouth. She tried to kick and scream as he started hurrying toward the van. I didn't even think before throwing the door open. I ran across the lawn and yelled.
Hey! Get away from her!
His head snapped violently toward me. The kid was crying and trying to get away, but he was too strong, and the van was only a couple feet away. My mouth dried. I had to do something.
Help! Somebody help!
I was sprinting as fast as I could. He broke into a full run, still holding onto her arm. She was screaming. Her little feet were dragging across the pavement. The van door was wide open, waiting. I was about 10 feet away when I saw a rock on the ground. I grabbed it and threw it as hard as I could. I nailed him in the shoulder and he stumbled. His hand slipped just enough for her to yank free.
Run! Go to your house!
I yelled. The girl ran for the door, sobbing. The dude snarled at me. For a second, I thought he was about to come after me, but he took off for the van instead, jumped in and floored it. I tried to see the license plate, but it was all covered in mud. The van disappeared around the corner, and I just stood there, shaking. The front door flew open, and the mom came running out. She grabbed her daughter and just broke down right there in the yard. Neighbors started coming out too. They asked what happened. I told them everything, and someone called 911. The cops showed up pretty fast. They took everyone's statements, asked for descriptions, and checked the neighbor's security cameras. One of the cameras caught the van pulling away, but only part of the plate was visible. The officer told me they'd been getting reports about a black van cruising neighborhoods. This was the first time someone actually spotted it. "You saved that girl's life," he said. "If you hadn't been paying attention, she'd be gone." The mom wouldn't stop crying and apologizing. She kept hugging me, saying she should have listened, that it was very irresponsible of her. She had never thought something could happen right in her own yard. They caught him a week later, trying the same thing 30 miles away. He had a record for child abduction going back 15 years. Police said that based on what they found in his van, the girl would have been his 8th victim. I still have nightmares about what almost happened. In them, I listen to the mom instead of my gut. I tell myself it's none of my business and drive away. And later, I see the news of a little girl missing from her front yard while her mom was inside. And I lie awake, wondering what they might have done to her, what that little soul might have gone through, all because I decided to mind my own business.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy work.
Switch to Monday CRM.
Oh, awesome. Hold up. We're thinking about old school CRMs. Monday CRM has AI
I've had this speech impediment since I was a kid. It gets worse when I'm nervous or tired, which means my late-night pizza delivery job was basically a nightmare. But I needed the money to get better. Speech therapy isn't cheap, and my parents were already stretched thin helping my sister with college. Most customers were cool about it. Some were impatient, a few were rude, but I'd gotten used to that. What I wasn't used to was what happened on a Thursday night last November.
So this reality TV producer...
See, 3 still on. Yep, he's still on. You got trees up in there too. They said the tree done got fat to the motherfucker.
Cold out here? Nah, it's like I don't know, what is it? I can tell I'm inside, man. So goddamn, it's goddamn 59. It's about 58. What is it out there?
Like 45, 43.
45. 58 right there out here in California.
Sacramento's been cold. Oh yeah.
58.
We've been having that fog.
Yeah, I've been hearing about the fog, man, on TikTok. They be saying it's deadly and killers and shit. I'm like, goddamn.
They're not lying. They're not lying.
That's why I be on.
Oh, I gotta end over this. Gotta end this.